Hey, whale-hearted being. I wanted to show you something which is a really good analogy for how Reiki, the system of Reiki, the Japanese system of Reiki works with us. My hair looks like shit. Sorry about that. And the lighting probably isn't great. But I'm down here at the Tarala wetland. Um, this area here used to be all marshlands and swamp, as I understand it, before colonisation, before it was occupied, and called Tarala. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but as I came to know it, like about 4 years ago, in the middle of the pandemic, actually, they started turning this back into wetland. Before that, it was just like it had become like a channel. It was just grass. There was some like pine trees, radiata pine trees. There was a little marshy area which would fill up and then dry out. There were some ducks, and cormorants. People used to love letting their dogs run all through there. And it was just, yeah, it was just grass, really, mainly. And it would flood. And then, yeah, the water authority actually rewilded it. They turned it back into functioning wetland over like probably 18 months or something like that. And yeah, now there's there's all sorts of like bird life. There's so many ducks, so many cormorants, there's herons, sometimes there's spoonbills here, there's ibis. And it's just beautiful, like, to see how humans can actually support that kind of regeneration. But yes, and it functions as a wetland, so it helps, clean the water, and it helps the water can flood here and go back down again. So it deals with, heavy rain and everything. And yeah, they did a really amazing job. There's some ducks just now. I don't know if you'll see them. There you go. But this is exactly how Reiki works on us. Like when we start working with the system of Reiki, and I'm not just talking about hands-on healing, which is part of the system, but not the whole system. It doesn't revolve around hands-on healing. It's like one part of it. But when we do I just talk about my own experience, having focused for about 3 years, really 3.5 years, really focused on the meditation aspect. Joshin Kokyu Ho and Seishin Tuitsu, Hatsure Ho, and chanting the precepts, working with the precepts, all of the system, working with the symbols and mantras to understand my own true nature and understand those aspects of my nature, working with Reiju, all of the different aspects of the system is like rewilding myself, because I am the universe, you see. So there's no real separation between me and the universe. Like, sure, I can walk around and you could objectively say I'm separate to the universe, but you can't really ever extract me from the universe. I am the universe. I'm breathing right now. I'm breathing in and out. Otherwise I'd die. And air is coming in my lungs, and oxygen is being taken up by my lungs into my blood and circulating around my body through my blood. I'm losing carbon dioxide, giving it back to the air. I'm being breathed by my nervous system. And there's water. I drank a coffee before. I took water in. The water came from the tap. which came from through pipes from a reservoir which was filled by the rain. So I'm filled with that water. There's no separation between me and the universe. I am a system of some flows and a dynamism just like the universe. So, where am I going with that? I mean, it's fine to say that, right? But to realize that and to live with the living knowledge of that is different to just knowing, like, intellectually that I'm the universe. And that's what the system of Reiki, by practicing that, that's the knowledge, that living knowledge in my body, knowing that I am the universe and I belong in the universe. That's what has developed, that real knowledge. And that's really powerful and life-changing, because I know that I'm intimately woven into this. There's nowhere else I should be. And that's really cool. But also, yeah, going back to my analogy, it just, like, this practice reshapes everything inside, you know? And I don't need to worry about balancing chakras or whatever in this Japanese system anyway, which I don't really want to have to worry about. Instead, I just let my own nature start to be nourished and to let go and allow my own nature to do what it does really well. Because, you know, I could manipulate energy and remove blocks and everything like that, but, like, this self that I am is, you know, I'm pretty smart. But I'm not that smart. Like, this body-mind intelligence and the intelligence of all this is really smart. And so if you just, like, get yourself out of the way of that, then you start to rewild yourself, you know, let your energy starts to do what it ought to, rather than getting caught up and worried and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that's a little story about you working with Reiki, the Japanese system of Reiki. It's really like rewilding the self. And in all of that, the beauty of all that is, in that rewilding is a real compassion, a real spaciousness that just lets me be more human, you know, and more lets me connect with people more readily, more easily. There's a lightness that comes, and just a healing, that feeling of healing, right? When we let go of the layers of ourself, that really it's time to let go of them and not let them affect us anymore. You know, sometimes things get a little caught up inside. So letting go of that stuff is beautiful, and it's so freeing. So yeah, it's really good, really good. And I love to teach it and to share it, because it's been so life-changing for me. So yeah, I'll share more about that.